Alright, so back here on the 1978 Toyota pickup, and uh-oh, the head is off again. Why would that be? So, bonehead move on my part. So, I had all the thing totally assembled. I ran a leak down test, and that looked really good. And then assembled the cams, ran the leak down test again, and it was leaking horrible bad. And it's because the valves I got were oversized. They're an upgraded valve, and they were not seating well with the cam. And once the cam was installed, they didn't seat with the valve cup on the head at all. And so it was fine when there was no cam there, and it was like 100% of the tension of the spring was able to seal the cylinder. But once the cam's installed and it was even just compressed a little bit, it was totally wrong. So that sucked. So took the head totally apart, bagged it up, and dropped it off at a machine shop because I got to get the valve seats machined or cut or ground or whatever you call it to the valves that I bought. And so all the assembling crap that I did just totally undone because now I'm going to have to pay somebody to do it all. So that sucks. So such is life. So bunch more money to spend, whatever. I did get the front of the engine stuff that I needed. So I got water pump and oil pump and all that other stuff. And so the front part of the engine that I was, holding off on assembling all that all the way, I got all that. So I'll be able to replace the oil pump. And so I'll get that done. I got the special fancy sealer that you need for the oil pan, and so should be able to do the oil pump, and since that seals to the pan, be able to permanently mount the pan properly with the pickup and all that good stuff. I don't think I'll put the water pump on. I don't even know if I can. I can't remember. But I won't do that until I get the head on, just to make my life easier as far as like working shit around and everything. So I will do that later. I also got some paint because why not? Just, spend some more money when you're out spending money. So this is epoxy primer, and what I'm planning on doing is all the stuff that I know is just going to be black, I'm going to start getting that assembled and painted. And so all the front end pieces that I got up in boxes up here, all the arms and all that stuff, I'll clean those up and get a coat of primer on them. And I have some leftover black paint from another project, so I'll just paint those. I'm not going to try to paint the frame because obviously that needs to get blasted because that's filthy. But I'll likely see about trying to get the axle assembled as well, or the rear end totally assembled. Right now it's just like the body is the only thing there. I don't have the axles or backing plates or anything like that installed, so I'll probably see if it makes sense for me to paint all that stuff at the same time, which it probably does. So we'll see. It kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for. I can't work on anything tomorrow, but hopefully on the day after that. So either I'll be doing the front of the engine stuff and getting that all done there, and I can finally seal the bottom of that pan and all that good stuff. So maybe work on mechanical stuff. But if I'm staring at this angry, then I might change gears and do some painting. So bit of a bummer to have to restart that head project, but that's been the case with everything so far, so why am I surprised? All right, catch you on the next one. Thanks.